Welcome to day 4, week 2 of RSHL season 20. Tonight we have shorthanded at Dire Wolves. Um, Looks like shorthanded going into this with one loss. Dire Wolves with 2 losses. We'll see if shorthanded can pick up a win or a loss in this. How about some stats, Stick Man?
Stickman statistics, how about some? I know everyone likes to hear some, so I'm going to throw them out there. We got two teams with 3 losses, no wins between them, but one thing is guaranteed, one win will be had tonight. It depends on who's going to win it, though, short hands or the Direwolves. We got short hands 0-1. You know, they had a 0-1 game against the Dirty Birds. They played them tight, but since then, a lot of dramas happened. We had TSZ leave, and he was responsible for about 3 minutes of puck time in that first game. So there's going to be someone's going to have to step up and carry the puck a little bit more. That might be Abby V, also known as Ab Vault. He had only 12 minutes of ice time in that game. He might be looking to get on the ice a little bit more this time. They also made the addition of Gambler, period. So we welcome Gambler to the zone, one of the rare rookies of the zone. And looking at the other side, Direwolves 0-2, so this might be a little bit more important of a game for them as they've already completed 2 and lost 2. We have Trick, you know. Trick's always the guy that I tend to mention when it's a Direwolf game. He got checked in his last game, though. 50 times, so his body might be feeling the effects of that. He had an assist in that game, 3 minutes of puck time, and he had a couple goals that were disqualified, so he's still not on the score sheet yet. He had a lot of goals last season. And Golden Arm had a great game for Direwolves in the last outing. He had 16 saves and only 2 goals allowed, so it might be depending heavily on him, but looks like he's not in the lineup right now, but we'll see what ensues. And then Wolfie, though, had a goal on 5 shots in his last game for the Direwolves, so might be a player to look out for.
Yeah, it looks like Dire Wolves is trying their luck with Ardos tonight. I haven't seen him play a lot of goalie in previous seasons, so we'll see how he matches up to shorthanded.
Really, Direwolves need to get some offense going. They didn't have any goals in their first game against Creasers, losing 4-0, and they followed that up with a 2-1 loss against Breakaway. So only 1 goal has been scored for this team in 2 games now, while Shorthand scored 1 goal in their only game. So this is it's been about 9 days since Shorthand last played, so they're excited to get out here again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was excuse me, that was Dire Wolves' main problem. They could not get their offense going last time. Looks like they're starting out with Acido and Golai, hopefully, and Puker. Hopefully they'll be able to set up some good shots.
Shortman is also out on the ice, so a great defender. He might not have made it to all those games, so I'm sure Trick is happy to have him playing some defense for him.
Oh yeah, Shortman has definitely been holding up from what I've been watching this season. Holding up pretty solid. As long as he can stand up to, let's see, looks like it's going to be Botman and Flu and Meritrix being the main offense for shorthanded. They're going to have to work pretty hard to keep up with those guys. I haven't seen a lot of activity from Crystalline until recently. How do you think she's going to do tonight?
I foresee an average performance. I think Crystalline, not one of the top tier goalies, but still capable nonetheless.
Most definitely. Better than a rookie, not quite as good as a veteran right now. She's definitely seen better seasons when she was active, so we'll have to see how she does tonight. We had 8 predictions made. Most of them seem to be favoring Direwolves to win this game. Red Raven and Buckcat went with the underdog, I guess, shorthanded then. Doobie predicted a 0-0 score, so he's not thinking any of these teams are going to get on the score sheet. Hornet, Image, Mace, David Seaman, Blue Gaku, all predicting the Direwolves tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I think Direwolves' defense is going to be a hard thing to beat, and with perhaps potentially lack of offense on Direwolves, it could indeed turn out to be a tie, as long as short-handed defense can hold up. Although they are short one man right now, someone has been left out.
Looks like it was Sting as he re-enters.
All right, and shorthanded trying to bring it up, flew just right in front of Artos, who's checked by Shortman. Shortman holding up to his reputation as an excellent defender right now.
Yeah, he certainly dumped Flew really well in that first check.
Indeed. And Direwolves recovering, holding on to the puck. And turning it back over to shorthanded. Bopman holds on to possession. Tries to move forward. Meritrix does not want to turn it over, but he gets checked by Acido. Acido's a
What a
dangerous
check.
guy to hold the puck, to give up the puck to. Oh, Puker trying to force his way past Bobman, make a shot on Chris Line. She makes a great save.
That shot was pretty close. Crystalline was able to fall towards the bottom post and just pick it up right in time.
Yeah, let's see if she can stay on top of her game tonight. That was a good save. And Darwell's bringing it back down the field, up to Trick. It phases, looked like it phases through him. A little bit of a lag there as Puker recovers it. He has nowhere to pass it, so he turns it over to Botman. And Shorthander returning the puck, not going too fast, trying to hold on to it, keep it in front of their defense. And it looks like Botman kind of isolated himself with a drop pass, and it's a turnover to Dara Wolves.
Yeah, Botman there was maybe holding on to the puck a little bit too much. He had 3 minutes and 40 seconds of puck time in the first game, so one of those guys that likes to hold possession.
Yeah, Botman definitely. I think he has the skill, but he's going to have to work with his team if he's going to score some goals this game. And shorthanded, holding it just in front of their defense, trying to lure them out, but turns it over to Trick. It's a little bit of a brawl there as Pewter recovers it. He's going to try to keep pushing forward, and it gets turned over to Puker. It's Puker game shift Goldeye versus Sting right now. Let's see if they can create an opening pass. And Sting is right there. Shorthanded's defense is holding up pretty well right there. Good job, Sting. And Meritrix looking to beat Acido, making some nice passes and a nice try. Possible DC. Not sure about that one.
No, I think he caught that outside of the crease.
And it is indeed not a defensive crease.
A good defensive play there. It looked like Artos might have been beat.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're gonna have to keep up on their toes on the defense, as well as communicate with the goalie between the defense to stop things like that in the future. And Bobman with a wide shot, which is recovered by shorthanded. Meritrix trying to force his way through. He just turns it over to Game Chip, and Dire Wolves is going to try to bring it back down the field with a missed pass, but Trick recovers it. Continuing down the field. They don't have any passing lanes open, so Trick is forced to bring it back a little bit. And shorthanded's defense gets the best of Dara Wolves. They just aren't moving fast enough. They are not looking for those passing lanes they need to be looking for right now.
Short-handed playing like they have long hands right now.
Indeed, maybe they need to shorten their hockey sticks. Otter's recovering the puck, making a pass up behind the net to Goldeye. Just holding on to possession, wasting a little bit of time back there as they try to bring it back up the field. And shorthanded being persistent. Flew has nowhere to pass. He just turns it over to Direwolf's defense. Trick is right there. He narrowly dodges a check from Bopham too. He's going to try to beat the defense. He's not really sure, so he's going to bring it back a little bit. And shorthanded's defense is right there, bringing it back up the field. And Bopham a little isolated. He's going to hold on to it. They're going to try to hold on to possession. Looks like they're luring the defense, trying to beat the defense. Flew right there. He doesn't have anyone to pass forward to right now. And Pooter is checked by a warbird named Trick Minus. But Pooter still recovers it.
Pooter was punished there by Trick Minus.
Indeed, a harsh punishment as well. That's like being slapped in the face with a twig, and that hurts.
Can't say I've ever been slapped in the face with a twig.
I have, and it leaves a nice long red mark, and it is not pretty when people ask you about it.
Just use a Hadouken.
And shorthanded, bringing it back up. Meritrix holding on to the puck. He's going to look for some kind of passing lane, some kind of cross. Goldeye's right there to stop them in their tracks. And Direwolves bringing it back up the field, juggling amongst themselves, being very cautious here, not trying to force themselves through. Puker has nowhere to pass to, and he's checked by Flew. Nice try with a pass back, but that was phased, so it's recovered way back on defense for shorthanded. And holding on to possession, bringing it further down the field. Little bit of a wild pass back towards Ardos, and Direwolves is going to bring it back on the field and return it. Cito's a little trapped. Tries to do a pass with a pass back, but it does not work. Shorthanded will not give that back to him. And looking for some opportunities, but Ardos is right there to save it. They cannot get past Ardos, not making the key pass they need to make to get some open shots right now. But shorthanded is still holding on to possession, doing a very good job at keeping possession, recovering the puck right now. Keeping some pretty good pressure on Direwolves. Meritrix come right behind Trick and recovering the puck, passing it up to Pooter. He makes a shot, and Ardos is right there.
What an amazing save by Ardos into the zone.
Indeed, great save, Ardos. And shorthanded once
3-1 in favor of the shorthanded team. It looks like they're putting on good pressure against Ardos, and it's one key of the game. They need to test Ardos. I don't think he's been in net before this season, so might want to just try to get a lot of shots off and see what happens if he makes a mistake or not.
Indeed, this is he's getting quite a bit of pressure, and see if he can hold up to it this game.
Well, honestly, the key to Ardos playing well is not playing like Ardos.
One way he might be able to do that is to take the name tags off of his own ship, trying to throw him off a little.
Indeed, a little reverse psychology on yourself. We'll have to ask him about that at the end of the game. And Direwolves getting control of the puck once again. Trick trying to bring it back down the field. It doesn't have anyone to pass to forward. No passing lanes open. Shorthanded is keeping their defense pretty solid right now. And Direwolves holding on to possession, passing it back up to Puker as he runs and tries to grab the puck. Progressing pretty slowly down the field, playing pretty cautiously, which is probably good. Golai isolating himself a little bit. He has nowhere to go except back to Puker. They should be resetting that. Just like, missed pass. That could have been a possible shot opportunity right there.
Nice try, though.
And shorthanded with a missed pass going towards the upper wall there as Trick recovers it, passing back to their defense, shoreman 148. Some nice easy passes, which unfortunately phases through Puker, but he recovers it and gets checked in the back by Meritrix. That always hurts, getting checked in the back like that. And Meritrix is hit in the face by Trick again. I'm sure he deserved that one after a check like that.
Certainly a lot of checks today. A fight could break out at any point, I think.
I was just thinking the same thing. It seems like a lot of high-tension checks here. Low shot numbers, both teams playing really good defense. And Bobbin fakes Ardos, but he misses the shot and hits the post. That was a nice try.
A great move by Botman, a nice bob and weave move. Ardos was beat, but just didn't finish it.
Indeed, that was an excellent opportunity missed right there. Hopefully they can get a few more of those this game. And shorthanded holding on to possession of the puck, slowly inching the way closer, but short man is right there. Some great passes by shorthanded, trying to make some quick cuts as Pooter makes a ball kill, but doesn't have a shot. Trick is right there. It looks like they changed out shorthanded, or Dari Wolves changed out their goalie for Trick. Seems they don't have a lot of faith in Ardos anymore.
No, Golden Arm came back, so I think they want to put Golden Arm in.
Ah, I see. A quick substitute.
Trick right now is playing a goalie ship. You don't see that very often.
Trick used to, if I remember right, he used to play goalie back in the day, a long time ago. He used to be a fairly competent goalie, so I'm sure he remembers some of his skills he learned. And shorthanded, trying to bring it back down the field, doing very well with possession this period. I would not be surprised if they had the major puck time this period. And turning it over to Acido. Direwolves defense not giving up. They're going to bring it back down the field, passing amongst each other. Short, simple passes. Oh, nice pass, nice try, though it phased, unfortunately, and that's going to be picked up by Crystalline. As Sting brings it back around the net.
Just under 30 seconds here. You'll see maybe this could be the last shot, but Acido getting in the way there.
Oh yeah, a lot of phases in this last few seconds of this period, which are really critical. Nice check by Acido. And Darwell's going to try to bring it back up, maybe look for a cross, maybe look for a one-timer. Puker shoots it directly at Crystalline, she makes a save right there. And that will be the end of period 2, 0-0. Shorthanded Dire Wolves. Shorthanded leading with 3 shots, Dire Wolves with 2 shots.
The keys to tonight's games are very simple. For shorthanded, they have to get into those dirty corners and execute the play. Keep up their forecheck and the goals will come. For Dire Wolves, they have the speedy ships. What they should do is continue to use their speed to hit the goalie and force a goal.
Indeed, and you can see, looks like shorthanded definitely had the longer puck time. As I was saying, they were doing very good at possession that game. That's definitely a key to opening up some opportunities to make some key passes, as long as they can get those passing lanes open.
Yeah, I like the way shorthanded controlled the puck in their first game against the Dirty Birds. They had a lot of puck time in that one, but it just kind of felt like their offense might have been a little bit slow. The people off the puck weren't moving quite well, but we'll see if they can get things turned around here. I don't think that was a period that was, I think that went according to what a lot of people expected. Only 5 total shots. It looked like a lot of checks were being thrown. 2 gritty teams tonight with an emphasis on defense, I think.
Most definitely. The first period usually goes pretty slow. Maybe they can pick things up. With the addition of Golden Arm on Dire Wolves, that might make things a little more difficult for shorthanded, but we'll see how they match up to that.
It'll be interesting to see how this game ends because there's already been 2 ties in the league, and that's not normal.
Well, looking at the rosters this season, going into the beginning of it, I think things have been made a lot more competitive. I just think it's a lot more evenly competitive. Empire, they almost beat Interference. I mean, that's something no one would ever expect.
Yeah, we could say that a goalie's playing like Linux, but that wouldn't do it justice because if Empire can score 4 goals against Linux, then anyone can score like 20 goals against Linux.
Indeed. Then again, maybe it was just an off night. Maybe that'll never happen again. Only time will tell later in the season.
Maybe Linux is just bad.
And it looks like we are going into the second period. Score is 0-0, shorthanded, Dire Wolves. Hopefully the game will pick up a little bit. It's been a very defensively played game so far.
Yeah, definitely. Only 3 shots for shorthanded and 2 for Dire Wolves. It looks like it's going to be a very low-scoring game.
Oh, nice shot. Hit the post. Almost got past Crystalline right there.
I think that shot was set up really well. It looked like we had a ball kill right before it, and then he just let it go. Might have almost surprised the goalie, but just off the post.
Yeah, you have to be pretty quick with your reflexes there, so it might have been a pretty quick shot. Pretty hard to concentrate on that one, but nice try. And Direwolves bringing it back down the field. Trick misses a pass. Shortman will recover that. Pass over to Gameship, and he misses another pass. Direwolves having trouble with their passes right now. But they're still going to try to bring up the field. Trying to weave their way in between Shorthanded's defense. Makes a shot, easily saved by Crystalline. And Shorthanded going to bring... Go ahead.
Trick. He tried to shoot low, but he just didn't fool anyone there. Crystalline was reading that pretty easily.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple shot, pretty predictable.
Crystaline's going to be more awake now that Buttman 2 almost shot the puck in his own goal.
All right, a cut down, almost a shot. Might have been a shot by Gameship, but a little wide.
Certainly the net looked open there.
Most definitely. Direwolves seems to be putting a little more pressure on Shorthanded this time around. And they turn it over to Shorthanded as they try to bring it back up the field. Meritrix getting missed, not checked, but he still passes the wall. As Direwolves recovers it. Gameship and Trick right there looking for something, but they're not having anything. Oh, Botman almost scores on his own goal.
Botman certainly might be a little bit disoriented out there right now. He might have got hit in that first period, throwing pucks at his own net like that, causing a little bit of concern for him.
What do you guys want to know? He probably wants to use his quote, "Rest is up to you."
It is a classic quote, so I don't think anyone's forgotten it, so I don't think that's on his mind, but maybe later in the season it could come out again.
I was going to say I'm sure he has that tattoo somewhere on his body just to commemorate how well he plays this.
You know, Artos was one of those guys getting a lot of flack earlier, but I gotta say, I think he did a pretty nice job of weathering the storm, allowing Golden Arm to show up and then finally settle in the goalie position. So I think with Golden Arm back in net, the Direwolves are in better shape now.
Yeah, definitely. It's not easy to get into goalie after not warming up at all.
Definitely. I think they have a lot more confidence in Golden Arm. Ardos did fairly well. He didn't let any goals in, so that's something, but I think they play a lot better. They seem to go more offensively, not worry about their defense quite as much, leave that in Shortman's hand, and try to score some goals. Shortman recovering the puck. He gets chucked by Meritrix. Shorthand putting more pressure on them, trying to force it up the field, and a missed pass to Meritrix. And Direwolves recovers that. Goldeneye passes up. Trick gets checked, and Goldeneye recovers that puck right away.
Goldeneye just hammered that bolt right there. That was, there's checks, and then there's that kind of check. That's going to leave a mark.
I'm sure someone got a bloody nose out of that one.
He's feeling dizzy.
And Shorthanded making some nice passes up the field, weaving between their defense. Acido getting ball killed right there. Oh, nice shot. I'm not sure if that was clean or not, but that was a nice shot if it is.
He shot before Abval got the ball. That is definitely clean.
Clean shot. 1-0 Shorthanded. Good job, Shorthanded.
I would just say bada bing, bada boom, a 1-2 punch, Pooter to Abval. Abval pulled the trigger right in a flash. No one could have stopped that. That was just a great 1-2 punch. As now the score is 1-0 in favor of the Shorthanded team.
That was definitely a knockout. Excellent shot. And Direwolves looking to get back that goal. They're going to try to put some more pressure on Shorthanded.
Direwolf subbing in Artos might be a good decision.
And shorthanded recovering the puck. Passing up to Advolt. He's going to look for someone to pass to. He doesn't have anyone, so he makes a ball kill. And they're juggling it in front of the net, and Trick recovers it.
Before the game, I noticed Artos was taking a physical presence out to the pub arena, so I think that's on the agenda for him, is to throw the weight around and make the other team feel his ship.
Most definitely. I'm sure if shorthanded was playing, they're definitely aware of that. Good strategy. I'm sure they don't even know that Artos is in their head right now. And shorthanded, trying to make some passes there, just turning. Dire Wolves turning over to shorthanded, excuse me. And shorthanded making some very good puck time here, keeping possession, except for that one turnover to Trick, which will be recovered by Artos as they pass it back up the field to Acido. Acido and Goldeye right there. They're going to try to beat the defense, it looks like. Makes a cut down. Oh, if he cut down a little more, he might have had a goal there, but he held onto it. And Crystalline is right there as a shot is made towards mid-net.
Sharp play by Crystalline, not giving up her position, and she makes a save there.
Indeed.
Like Botman too might have been just kind of chilling in his own crease there behind Crystalline, just in case it got by, or he was gonna maybe make a save, a DC save, but he's out of it now. He's back on the ice.
You know, Bopman is one of those unpredictable players. If this game doesn't go his way, he could very well be on his way to scoring some own goals at the end of the game. You never know. And shorthanded looking to bring it back down the field. Looking for another goal, it looks like, but he charges right into Goldeye as Goldeye checks him. Trying to force their way through the defense, but Advolt checks him in the back, and that's gotta hurt. Shorthanded's going to recover that once again. Looking to bring it back up the field through Trick. They're a little clustered right there. I'm not sure where they're going to go with this one. And oh, nice! If Meritus was facing the right way, that could have been a goal right there.
No, that was hitting the post.
And Acido with a nice try towards the upper post there, but unfortunately does not go in. Goldeye recovers the puck, makes a shot just underneath Crystalline.
It will be interesting to see if that's lag, because Botman too was there, and he's the one who made it lag.
Indeed. And that is indeed a lag goal.
We had Trick. He made a great move, a good pass up to Acido, and I think Acido had the goal, but he hit the post. Looked like Goldeye picked up the puck from there, and I thought maybe he had his team's back, but that one's called lag.
That should be a penalty on Botman too.
That was so flashy, I had no idea what was going on, but it looked very impressive. Unfortunately, it was lag. 1-0 shorthanded. And shorthanded looking to make us... Our Dire Wolves looking to make a sweep, but a missed shot. And shorthanded bringing back the puck. Looks like there's some good positions right now. I guess the weaves and shorthanded... Advolt tries to make a shot, but Goldarm is right there. He makes a save.
That was a good save. I gotta say, that was a close shot, and Goldarm just caught that on the edge of his crocs.
Goldarm's definitely on top of his reflexes right now. Another good save right there. Good job, Goldenarm. And shorthanded just all over the puck right now. Until Trick just checked Meritrix. And Sting is right there. A lot of pressure being put on by both teams. Seems like they're both trying to get an extra goal in as soon as possible. Oh, a little slow around short man. Short man takes advantage of that and makes a good check on defense. Going very slowly. Botman messing around a little bit with the drop pass towards the other team, making a turnover. And a shot towards the net, and Crystalline saves that, reads that easily.
Yeah, I didn't like that shot. To me, that was just kind of a waste of possession.
I agree with that one. And shorthanded is in a good position right now. A missed pass. That was a good opportunity right there, but Bobman looks like Bobman might have gotten checked. He might have been able to get there in time. I'm not sure.
Yeah, plays like that are going to keep Shortman 2's reputation up as an elite defenseman.
He is definitely keeping on his toes in this game, and that's what he needs to do to keep his team in the game. Darrell's making a turnover, which is recovered by Cito, which is passed back up to the wall. Darrell still holding on to the puck. Trick looking to beat the defense. They're in the middle, a little clustered. Oh, a nice try. Nice try. Crystalline saves that shot. Good save.
A gorgeous save as we see Artos a little dumbfounded on what occurred there. Definitely caught that on the very edge of the Procs. Great save.
Yeah, Crystalline definitely doing a good job tonight. She is not disappointing any of her fans.
Crystalline has fans?
As a little hamster, I think I'm one of her fans, but I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. Shortman makes a great save right in front of Abel. Good job, Shortman. Continuing his reputation as a great defender tonight. And Crystalline making a check, making a save, passing it back upfield. Bobman makes a turnover, attempts a BK, and it looks like it lags a little bit, and he does not recover that. But they still hold on to the puck, and then make a turnover to Goldeye.
I really think right now the advantage would have to go to the Dire Wolves. It looks like ever since Golden Arms come into net and Shortman's playing great, that save was just brilliant by Crystalline, but they're putting on the pressure very nicely here.
I agree with that one. Yeah. They don't have to worry about the defense as much. I think the Shortman 148 and Gold Arm connection is a great way to set up defense. I know from experience, once Gold Arm has a great defender he trusts, then that is a solid defense, and that is a very hard thing to get past.
One thing we haven't really discussed yet is Sting here is playing for the shorthanded team, and I believe he was on Dire Wolves last season, so he might be able to give his team some pointers about how to play against this former team.
Indeed. And, oh, a shot by Advolt, an open net right there. That is probably a clean goal.
Yeah, Golden Arm not a very good play there. He tried to read the Abvolt pass, but it was faked, and that caused the goal, 2-0.
They definitely took advantage of that opening, and that's what they need to do to keep winning this game.
That's Abvalt's second goal of this game. It comes with only 21 seconds remaining here in the second period. Certainly that's going to sting Direwolves, you know.
As a former captain of Mazer, Abel definitely has a reputation to uphold, and he is upholding that tonight. Direwolves bringing it back. Acido makes a low shot just past Crystalline. That looks possibly clean, maybe lag, a little controversy, and that's clean. 2-1 shorthanded.
I gotta say the goaltending there looks a little suspect, but that's going to be a very big goal right there, cutting the lead down to 1 like that with 13 seconds. If they went into that third period down 2-0 versus 2-1, that's a big difference.
Definitely some 1-2 shots here. Just because you get 1 goal ahead doesn't mean you're in a safe position to win this game right now.
Goldeye showing displeasure about the missed call on the public chat.
Possibly because that was a goal by Acido, who is a known lagger, although I would still give him credit. He's still a very good offensive player. Goal looked clean to me. I guess it is what it is. Referees made their call.
The highest rated player there in period number 2 would go to Avval with 2 goals on 4 shots, shooting 50%. He's going to want to shoot more if he continues at that rate. Looking at the other side, we had Aceto with a 2.61 rating per minute. That's the highest on his team by quite a margin. I like the way he was playing. 14 steals, only 9 turnovers. He did have that goal at the end of the period. So a good job to both those guys for each of their respective teams.
Going into the third period, it's 2-1. What do you guys think is going to happen this period? Will it be tied by the end of the period, or will shorthanded squeeze out with a win?
Well, looking at the results we've had recently, a couple of ties, that's something that I kind of have in the back of my mind. I like the way that the Direwolves are playing, but then it seemed as soon as I said that the other team scored. So I do think at this point I would say Direwolves are going to tie this one, and then from there we're going to see a lot more of this gritty performance from both sides, and it might go into overtime. That's my prediction.
Let's hope. This has been a very defensive game and very exciting. So let's pray for a good third period from both teams.
Most definitely. I think it could go either way. They're both making some good shots, or even for shot numbers right now, they both seem to make some shots that count. And whoever's defense lets up first, that's the team that's going to lose their grip. And Darwell's winning the face-off, bringing it downfield, a little trapped, trying to bring it back a little bit, hold on to possession. Maybe trying to gain a little more puck time this period. And slowly being cautious, trying to push their way through defense. It's not going to work if you're going to go straight through the middle like that, though. And shorthanded returning the puck, passing upfield to Flew, and Flew's going to miss that, phases a little bit, all the way back to Golden Arm. And Trick dodging a possible check by Avil, but Avil still recovers it. Puder bringing it up, trying to beat the defense. Looks like he's going to try to make an upper shot, but decided against that, holding on to possession. That was a good decision right there. A turnover to Aceto. Aceto will take advantage of that and try to beat the defense as he passes up to Trick. That was a nice pass right there. And it looks like shorthanded's defense was a little too much right there.
Yeah, I like those. There's a couple of passes there that were just threading the needle. It looked like they needed to complete maybe one more of those to make a goal, but good defensive play.
Indeed. Oh, Goldeye intercepts that. Ardos tries to make a shot to the upper post, but misses that.
He's going to wish he had that one back.
That was a very good try by Ardos, though. Good shot. It just didn't have enough pizzazz to it.
Oh, shorthand putting more pressure on Darwell's, holding on to the puck. Going to try to weave the way through the defense, holding it just in front of the defense, trying to lure them out right now. Some nice passes, nice ball kill. They are not letting go of this puck right now. Shortman is right there. He will not tolerate any further ball kills from them, though. And Trick gets checked by Adbolt. Artist recovers that, makes a wild pass towards the rink, which is going to be recovered by shorthanded.
Yeah, hard to say what he was thinking there. Was that a shot? Did he think a player was in that corner anticipating someone to be there? Just hard to say.
No, I think he thought he was going to get checked and passed it so he could get back the ball, but he was just facing like the opposite direction.
Could have been a panic pass, could have been, who knows. This is Ardos, but he's a good sport about it. And Direwolves is going to try to bring it back up the field. A missed pass, that's going to be recovered by Direwolves. A slap shot up to Aceto. Passing amongst themselves. Easy, simple passes. Shorthanded is not going to have any of that. They will lunge and make a great check. Good defense so far.
Trick looked like he just got pummeled there.
And shorthanded is still doing very good at holding onto the puck. They are not making any useless turnovers, or at least they're trying to keep that down to a minimum.
Certainly looks like Trick's playing a lot of defense right now.
Oh, possible opportunity there. Short gold arm, read that shot, and he was right there. And Darwell's looking to regain another goal. Advolt intercepts that, passes to Sting, and Sting's going to bring it back up. Oh,
Very
Sting.
good. Very good
Go ahead.
defensive play by shorthanded. You know, people contemplate on how to play defense, and this is how you play. Shorthanded is playing defense very good right now.
They definitely are. The shorthanded crystalline connection is right there tonight. And Darwell's trying to force their way through the middle. That is not the first time they've done that. That's not going to work if they keep doing that tonight.
We'd like to thank the 18 of you guys who are here joining us tonight between this game. It's a good game so far between the Shorthands and the Direwolves.
Indeed, very intense back and forth game. Pretty even grounded game right now. Not one sided at all, and that's the kind of game that I like. And shorthanded recovering the puck right there. Trying to hold on to it as Direwolves push pressure on them. A phase back up to the wall as Direwolves recovers it. Trick a little trapped. He turns it over to Sting, and Sting is going to try to pass it back up, holding on to possession for shorthanded. Advolt trying to check Shoreman. That is probably not the best move in the world. A Weasel versus a Leviathan, that almost never works. And Darwell's trying to hold on to it as Goldeye recovers it, traps himself a little bit, and shorthanded's defense checks the puck, checks him, and gets control of the puck once again. And the Golden Voice, the Red Raven, has just now entered our streaming media. He's just arrived.
Just as a listener, keep going.
11 shots to 10 shots right now. This is a very close game. We're about 5 minutes left in the game here, so we've got to see a little bit more offense here from the Direwolves if they expect to tie this one. 5 minutes.
Seems like their shots are keeping on par with each other. A lot of wide shots, a lot of mid shots. Nothing too exciting right now. 12 shots by shorthanded, 10 shots by Direwolves. Both teams very defensive right now. And shooting right at Shortman. Shortman working very well with Golden Arm right now. As Direwolves brings it back down the field. Trick avoiding a check by passing it back. As Goldeneye kind of traps himself but holds on to the puck for Direwolves. Advolt lunging and taking the puck away from Direwolves as it is recovered by shorthanded. And shorthanded looking for a passing lane. Bobman has no one to pass to. That looks like that might have been an open net. Ardos was way out there. I'm not sure what happened there. General consensus is that was a lag out. Might have been a little bit of mercy for them just out of respect for the other team. And Darwell's holding on to possession of the puck right in front of their net. Trick has an opportunity. He shoots right at Crystalline. What a wasted opportunity right there.
What was he thinking there?
Dear me, all I can think of is he was trying to avoid the defender. Didn't want to just pass the puck to the defender, and he decided to shoot south, and that was just, wow, I mean, a missed opportunity, to say the least.
It is going to take some kind of play tonight to erase that from his record. And
Wow.
Ardos falls for the fake downward, and he lets the net wide open up north there. Clean goal, 3-1 shorthanded.
Wow, just like that. Drake misses the open net, and they're going back the other way, and he just scores it. It makes it 3-1, and this game is out of reach, it looks like.
This makes me question my faith in Ardos. He was doing good the first period, but the minute he gets let in this period, he is not doing so well.
Hats are just flying onto the ice right now as Abbolt put in his third goal with 3 minutes in the third period.
And shorthanded holding on a possession of the puck, looking for a pass up front. Passing up to Advolt. They're going to try to score some more goals on top of their threshold of goals they already have. Darwolls recovers it.
And you can hear the boost coming in. This hometown crowd is not happy at what just happened.
Indeed, I can barely hear myself over the crowd here.
Yeah, we might see some rioting tonight. If Direwolves loses this one, they're going to go down, 0 wins and 3 losses.
Oh, a night. That could have been a good cross. Advolt almost had a goal, but he's a little too greedy right there. And that will be the end of... No, stop play.
Defensive crease is going to be the call.
I think I just completely phased out. I'm not sure what happened there.
We got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds here left in the third period. I see Trick still playing, a lot of defense. He's a warbird that likes to do that. He's good at it. He finds himself in the right spot at the right time on his own crease sometimes. But at this point in the juncture of the game, he might want to look to cherry pick a little bit more. Sting, though, is one of those smart defenders, and I don't think Sting's going to be caught out of position with only 2 minutes left. So this could be an uphill battle for Direwolves.
Being on the Direwolves last year, I know that they use a defensive system, the Direwolves, and they always have defense first. So it'll be interesting to see how their offense transpires this season because they're lacking it right now.
Trick needs to capitalize on the missed chances he's had this game. That last one was a huge one, and it's going to be hard to erase that from his record. I know I've said that once, but it's definitely hurt Direwolves right now. And Trick recovering the puck, trying to hold on. It's turned over to shorthanded, pass back to Sting. And they're going to pass it up the field to Flew. He has Advolt right there, who is checked by Shortman. Shortman holding steady on defense. And Direwolves recovering that. Still doing a good job of their defense. Hopefully they can push forward, get some goals in the last 1 minute and 34 seconds. And Chris Line recovering that. Shorthanded, bringing it back up the field. Sting has nowhere to pass to. He just passes it up. And Direwolves is going to recover that. Direwolves looking to gain a few goals in the last minute of this game. And it is passed straight to Botman 2.
1 minute remaining in the third period.
Those kind of shots have been made a few times this game, and those shots are what's really hurting Direwolves right now. And they're trying to... Direwolves desperately trying to push through the defense. Another middle shot right to their defense. They've got to stop doing that, or they're not going to get anything in the last 36 seconds in this game.
Yeah, it looked like Trick was cutting down. Puger had the ball. If he could have passed it right away, Trick might have had an opportunity, but it just looked like Puger kind of hesitated there.
They say the best defense is the best offense, and that's the case for shorthanded. Can't say the same about the Direwolves, though.
Oh, nice save, Ardos, guarding that corner. Good job. Another turnover to shorthanded. Shorthanded is not letting go of possession of this puck very much for this whole game. Ardos makes a fake up, makes a shot down, and that looks like a clean goal to me.
Wow, did you see that? What a goal by Abvold to put him up 4-1, a 4-night performance. That's amazing.
Beautiful. Only 6 seconds left, and he is still on fire.
Yeah, the fans are calling that the quadra kill. The Hattie +1 certainly saving like with his 4th goal tonight.
There will be no mercy for Dire Wolves tonight. And that will be the end of the third period. A harsh win by a shorthanded 4-1 Dire Wolves. Dire Wolves' fangs have been cut in half and dulled, and it will take a lot for them to recover from this loss tonight.
Certainly it's going to be back to the drawing board for Direwolves. This one just did not go according to plan. Just too much Acido tonight, and I'm pretty sure we're all going to be able to see those goals by Acido as he likes to create his own goals highlights on YouTube.
Again, I think Dire Wolves was definitely lacking their offensive vision, I guess I will put it. They were making a lot of mid shots, a lot of shots directly into the shorthanded defense, and that was a problem last time. They lack a lot of offense. They need to focus on that from the games here on out.
Definitely. Direwolves cannot keep playing like this. They're not scoring enough, and they need to put in more goals if they want to win games. Because you know what, guys? Goals wins you games.
Certainly it is a simple fact that you mentioned. You know, at the end of the game, what matters is which team scores more goals, not which team, you know, plays more defense. So certainly that's one thing that Direwolves are going to be looking into, as they put up 1 goal tonight. They put up 1 goal in their last game versus Breakaway and 0 before that. So that puts them averaging about .67 goals per game. Not going to cut it in this league.
It was a good effort.
Indeed, it was a good job shorthanded tonight. Being as a somewhat newer team player-wise compared to Dire Wolves, I think they're definitely building a reputation for themselves. They are not a force to be reckoned with. Who knows? They might even come back to make a close game between interference. You never know with the way the season's going.
Yeah, I know we've been talking a lot of negativity towards Direwolves and their lack of offense, but I mean, at the other side of it, you got to give some credit to shorthanded. Here's a team, you know, they were 0-1. They had a close game against Dirty Birds. A lot of drama happened. They lost TSZ. I mentioned this before the game, that maybe Abvolt would step up. He only had 12 minutes in his first game. Tonight, you know, it looked like he had a lot more ice time, and it paid dividends for his shorthanded team.
You know, he hadn't played a lot. In fact, I think he even said he was retiring from this game, but he has come out of retirement, back from the dead, as many do who say they retire, and he is definitely looking to brush off some of that rust and show what he can do. And it looks like that's going to be the end of our broadcast tonight. Thank you for joining us. That will be it. I think that's all we got. Good game, both teams. Hopefully, Direwolves can recover from this in future games.